yeah, savoir. We love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, quarantined Fijians in New Zealand in good health, and thousands face water cuts this morning.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Teva Lindua.
The two Fijians currently quarantined at the Whangaparoa Naval Base in Auckland, New Zealand, have so far not shown any symptoms of the coronavirus. Joe Ravava, a passenger on the Air New Zealand flight that evacuated people from Wuhan in China on Wednesday, says they've been isolated and health officials are carrying out regular medical checks. Ravava, who was amongst the 198 passengers, says they're being looked after well and are in constant contact with family.
We went to various medical, they check us one by one, so they take our temperature, they do some other tests and they ask questions. It's going to be an ongoing process for the 14 days, but right now no one's showing any of the symptoms, so it's quite good. If someone does show the symptoms, then we'll be taken to another off-site quarantine.
A second new hospital in Wuhan in China, built to deal with the deadly coronavirus outbreak, is set to open today. It comes as the virus and fear of it continue to spread. And after a day of confusion, it's just been confirmed the Chinese doctor mentioned in the story, who tried to issue the first warnings about the virus, has died from the infection. The Director General of World Health Organization has said they are convening a global research and innovation forum to mobilize international action in response to the new coronavirus. Speaking to reporters in Geneva, the Director General says the forum is organized in collaboration with the Global Research Collaboration for Infectious Disease Preparedness. It will bring together key players, including leading scientists in the development of vaccines, therapeutics and diagnostics, among other innovations. Participants will discuss several areas of research, including identifying the source of the virus, as well as sharing of biological samples and genetic sequences.
To put it bluntly, we're shadow boxing. We need to bring this virus out into the light so we can attack it properly. That's why on February 11 and 12, we're convening a global research and innovation forum to identify research priorities and coordinate the international research effort to find therapeutics and vaccines.
The death toll in China's Hubei province now stands at 618, and the total number of confirmed cases has increased to 22,112. Chinese Health reported that 15,804 patients remain hospitalized, of which 841 are in critical condition. Thousands of Fijians have been affected as a result of a water disruption along the Suva-Nosori corridor. The Water Authority says a defective and worn-out ferrule cock and rubber ring caused leakage, and its team conducted repairs overnight into this morning. WAF says the repairs have been made to the bulk main, which feeds treated water from the Waila water treatment plant in the Wainimbuku main distribution reservoir. WAFA is now in the process of recharging the trunk main. The authority says they are now trying to normalize supply to residents in the affected areas. The Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption is in the early stages of drafting a national anti-corruption strategy. Principal Corruption Prevention Officer Amit Sami says their current policies are guided by the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, commonly known as UNCAC, which is framed within 18 chapters and 71 articles. Speaking yesterday before the Public Accounts Committee, Sami highlighted that with international benchmarks, Fiji is working to further improve its good governance and anti-corruption measures.
compile a national anti-corruption strategy document, and this is going to actually contextualize whatever is there in the UNCEC document to Fiji's context and how specifically we can address each of these areas.
All police stations will soon have a specialized family protection unit to deal with incidences of violence against women and girls. Director Strategic Planning for Police, SSP Aparosa Lutunaunga, says this is part of their 5-year restructuring approved by Cabinet. Lutunaunga says they are on phase 2 and those manning the family protection unit will be trained accordingly. During the joint submission to the Public Accounts Committee, he highlighted that there is a shift in percentage of women and children in criminal data.
These units will see the merging of the current sexual offense unit and the juvenile bureau to specifically address crime against women and children from the front line. Honorable Chair, to this effect, we are on phase 2 of the restructure.
The Ministry of Environment will continue to foster and facilitate investment, growth and development without compromising the environment. Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy made the statement while speaking at a roundtable discussion on the importance of compliance to the Environment Management Act. Dr. Reddy says his ministry will continue to monitor all development activities to ensure legislation are not breached.
There are times when we are really, struggling to see how we can meet the demands of the stakeholders, the investors, with respect to investment projects, when it could have an impact on Iran, and that's where we come in and walk you through. The idea is to walk you through, walk you through to ensure that we don't breach any of the legislation.
Coming up, Fiji cricket great laid to rest. And Lautoka brace for Nadi in VPL. Stay with us.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Family, friends and colleagues bid farewell to one of Fiji's cricket greats, Joe Rika, today. Rika passed away on Monday, and today some of Fiji's well-known sports personalities gathered at the Salvation Army Church in Suva to say goodbye to him for the last time.
There are a lot of talented players out there, but we haven't yet seen anyone who as dedicated as Joe from a very young age. So it's a gap that would be hard to fill. But Joe filled in the gap for the generation before us. It'll be filled. It will be. We are a sporting mad nation, but it'll take a while.
The Lautoka soccer team will be out to secure another 3 points Sunday when it takes on neighbours Nadi in the Vodafone Premier League. With a strong start to the VPL last week by thrashing Nasinu 6-0, the side is confident it can repeat that performance against Nadi. Players have spent the past few days working mainly on their fitness as they are not ruling Nadi out.
Nadi is going to be a lot bigger task for us, a lot bigger challenge. They've got a lot of national team players in there. They have players that have played against us in the Pacific Cup. And we know that they pose a big challenge for us, and so again it's going to be a good test for us, looking forward to the O-League, but also for us it's 3 points that we have to get.
Former bar player Avinesh Warren Swami has been cleared to play for Nadi. He will be joined by his former bar teammates Sakaraya Naisua and Ritik Prakash in the Nadi side this weekend when they take on Vodafone Premier League points table leaders Lautoka. Nadi last week defeated Navua 2-1. Fiji Football Association Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says the FA board feels they need to iron out a few issues with FASNOC before making nominations for the Fiji Sports Awards. The Fiji FA has made no nominations for this year's Sports Awards after 3 years of competing for the top honours. Yusuf says they fully support the awards and will be present at this year's function.
Last 3, 17, 18, 19, we were there full on. And Fiji FA is always support. This year for the awards, we will be there and will support the whole program.
Today will continue to be humid with scattered showers. More fine weather forecast for the weekend. That is your FBC News now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Have a great weekend. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.